Welcome to the last calm word. Let us get started with today's story. 3 days before my wedding, my phone buzzed while I was at my desk. It was Lisa. The message was longer than usual, and I read it twice before I let it sink in. Hey Michael, just want to be open with you. Andrew reached out, and he's been struggling with his mom's health. I think he needs me. I will be staying at his lake house Thursday and Friday night just for closure. Nothing will happen, I promise. The wedding is still on. Love you. Andrew Martin, her ex of 4 years, the man she swore she was finished with when she and I started dating 2 years ago. I stared at the message. Then I typed back, handle what you need. She responded instantly. Thank you. You are the most secure man I know. This is why I am marrying you. You get me. I did not reply. Instead, I called the venue. Hi, this is Michael Harper. I need to cancel the event scheduled for this Saturday. The coordinator gasped. Sir, that is 3 days away. Are you sure? You will lose your deposit. That is fine. Cancel everything. Venue, catering, music, flowers. All right. I will process it immediately. Next, I called the travel agent for our honeymoon package. Canceled. Lost another deposit. I did not care. By 5 o'clock, I was at the apartment Lisa and I shared, packing only what belonged to me. Clothes, laptop, a few books. I moved my things into my friend Daniel Green's spare room that night. He asked no questions, just handed me a beer and a pillow. When Lisa called me later, I let it ring. I'd already said enough. That text told me everything I needed to know. I was not going to argue, beg, or make speeches. She wanted closure. She had it. By Thursday morning, the cancellations had started to ripple. Lisa had insisted on being copied on all vendor emails. That is how she found out. At 10:12 a.m., she texted me. Michael, what the hell is this? The venue says everything is canceled. Tell me, this is a mistake. I did not answer. 5 minutes later came another. You are being dramatic. It is 2 nights just for closure. Why are you ruining our wedding? Then her maid of honor, Sarah Allen, jumped in. Michael talked to her. She is crying right now. This is not fair. The call started around noon. First, Lisa's mother, Margaret. Her voice sharp on voicemail. You answer this phone right now, young man. Do you know how many family members are flying in? You cannot do this to us. I did not pick up. Instead, I was in Daniel's kitchen. He scrolled through his phone, reading me the barrage of messages. She has got half the bridal party in a group chat now. Want me to say anything? Just tell them to ask Lisa about her text. I said. At 2 o'clock, my phone buzzed again. This time, it was not Lisa. It was Andrew. Bro, this is a misunderstanding. Lisa was just being kind. Nothing is happening. Do not throw everything away over 2 nights. I stared at the screen for a moment, then typed back one line. You invited my fiancée to stay with you 2 nights before our wedding? What exactly did you think would happen? No reply came after that. By late afternoon, Lisa called again. I let it go to voicemail. Her tone had shifted from anger to pleading. Michael, please. You are overreacting. We need to talk face to face. I love you. Let us fix this. I listened once, then deleted it. The facts were simple. She had chosen to spend the last nights before our wedding with her ex. My answer had already been given. There was nothing left to discuss. That night, while I was sitting on Daniel's couch, his phone buzzed again. He tilted the screen toward me. Lisa just posted on Instagram, he said. The caption read, Our wedding is postponed. Michael is struggling with anxiety and panic. Please keep him in your prayers. Daniel looked at me. You want to let that sit? No, I said. I opened my own account, uploaded a screenshot of Lisa's original message about Andrew, and typed one line. No panic, no anxiety. Just boundaries. Then I logged off. By morning, the comments were chaos. Around noon, the intercom at Daniel's building buzzed. Daniel checked the camera and raised his eyebrows. "You are not going to believe this." On the screen stood Lisa, her parents Margaret and Edward, Sarah, and of course Andrew. Daniel pressed the speaker button. Lisa leaned toward the camera. "Michael, please. We need to talk." "This is out of hand." I stayed quiet. Andrew tried next. "Man to man, Michael. She was just being honest. You cannot punish her for that." Daniel snorted into the mic. "You are the guy who invited his ex-fiancée to sleep over 2 nights before her wedding. You really think you should be here?" Lisa S.'s face hardened. "I was doing you a favor by telling you the truth. Most women would not." That was all I needed to hear. Margaret started shouting. Edward tried to calm her. Sarah looked like she wanted to disappear, and Andrew stood there with his hands in his pockets. Security showed up within minutes and escorted them out. Later that evening, Daniel scrolled through his phone again and shook his head. She posted a story. "Wine glasses at Andrew S. place." Caption says, "Sometimes the universe shows you where you are meant to be." I poured myself a drink. Good. Now everyone can see exactly what closure means to her. Friday afternoon was supposed to be the rehearsal. Instead, Daniel S.'s phone rang with a number he did not recognize. He answered on speaker. "Is this Mr. Harper?" a woman asked. Daniel glanced at me. "He is here. This is the chapel office. There is a situation. Ms. Patterson and her mother are here insisting the rehearsal is still scheduled. But sir, you canceled 2 days ago. We have a university recital booked tonight." I leaned closer. "It is canceled. I am not responsible for whatever they are trying to pull." In the background, Margaret's voice rose sharp and angry. "You cannot do this to my daughter. My family is on their way." Someone else threatened to call campus security. We hung up. Not long after, Edward found another number to reach me. "Michael, it is Edward. You cannot just walk away from this. Do you realize what this is doing to Lisa?" "I realize exactly what it is doing," I said. "She has been posting from Andrew S. Lake House since last night. Did she tell you that?" Silence. Then the line clicked dead. That evening, Lisa and Margaret tried to stage a replacement dinner at a restaurant. Out of 60, invited 12 showed up. Daniel pulled up photos on Facebook. Lisa, at the head of the table, eyes red. Andrew seated beside her. Even her own sister was not there. By 10 o'clock, the fiasco had spilled online again. Lisa went live on Instagram, glass of wine in her hand. Her voice trembled. "I just want everyone to know the truth. I never cheated. I just needed closure. Michael said it was fine. He is making me out to be a villain." In the comments, someone wrote, "You were literally at Andrew S.'s place." Lisa fumbled with the camera. This is not true." Another comment, "Did not you just say Michael has panic attacks? Which is it?" Off screen, Andrew S.'s voice cut through. "Lisa, end it. You are making it worse." The feed went dark. Daniel laughed. "She is burying herself." I nodded. "And I do not have to lift a finger." Saturday morning, the day everything was supposed to happen, Daniel woke me up with his phone in hand. "You will want to see this," he said. On his screen were photos from the botanical gardens, the venue we had booked months before. Dozens of people in suits and dresses were wandering around looking lost. There was no wedding. The gardens were hosting a children's charity gala. And now my former guests were colliding with clowns, face painters, and balloons. Apparently, Margaret had told people the ceremony was postponed, but still worth showing up for. One video showed her at the reception desk arguing with staff. "You have to let us use the atrium. My daughter is the bride." The manager stood firm. "Ma'am, this event was canceled by the groom. Please, step aside." Then came the real twist. A silver sedan pulled up, and out stepped Natalie Martin, Andrew S.'s sister. She was not dressed for a wedding. She was dressed for war. Someone's phone camera caught the scene as she walked straight to Lisa, who was standing near the fountain with Andrew at her side. Natalie's voice was clear. "Lisa, stop lying. Mom never had a health scare. Andrew has been bragging for weeks that you were doing a 2-night test drive before the wedding." He showed me the messages. Lisa's face drained of color. "That is not true." "Andrew's, damn it." "Natalie, stay out of this." But she kept going. "You told me yourself, Andrew, that if Lisa stayed with you those 2 nights, you would prove the connection was stronger than anything she had with Michael. There was no crisis. You used our mother as an excuse." The crowd around them grew quiet. A few of Lisa's relatives started whispering. Someone filmed the whole confrontation, and I knew it would spread by evening. Meanwhile, I was miles away. The chaos belonged to them now. Daniel later told me, "Michael, you could not have scripted it better." And he was right. I had not needed to. They did it themselves. That Saturday night, after the Gardens fiasco, my phone buzzed again. This time, it was not Daniel showing me updates. It was Lisa herself. She had used her spare key to get into our old apartment. The message she sent made my jaw tighten. It was a photo of Lisa in her wedding dress standing in the middle of what used to be our bedroom. The caption read, "This could have been our night." A few minutes later, another text followed. "I am here. If you want to talk, I will listen." I sat on the edge of the couch and typed my reply carefully. "Check your email." Earlier that week, once I had moved out, I had already spoken to the landlord. I had terminated the lease effective the end of the month, signed the paperwork, and transferred utilities out of my name. I also closed the joint wedding account and froze the shared credit card we had set up. A copy of the termination notice had been sent to Lisa's inbox that morning. Her response came fast. "You cannot do this. Where am I supposed to live?" "Not my problem anymore," I typed. "You have options." She called me 5 times in a row. I did not answer. She left voice messages that swung between begging and fury. "We can fix this, Michael. You are pathetic for walking away. I love you. Please do not throw this away. You will regret this." I did not listen to the rest. By Sunday, she was gone from the apartment. Margaret posted a vague update about Lisa taking time to heal. Daniel's cousin, who kept tabs on local gossip later, told me Lisa had moved in with Andrew, not at his supposed lake house, but at a small rented sublet above a hardware store. So much for a fresh start? I did not need to say a word. She had written her ending the moment she chose to put that dress on and try one last stunt. All I had to do was close the door. The weeks that followed were cleaner than I expected. Once the wedding day passed, people stopped looking at me for answers. They had seen enough. Vendors reached out directly. The florist refused to work with Lisa's family again after Margaret stormed into their shop demanding refunds. The venue placed her name on a problem client list. Word spread fast in our city's event circles. Then came the Patterson family fracture. Edward filed for divorce. I heard from a mutual acquaintance that he had discovered Margaret had encouraged Lisa's plan with Andrew because she thought Andrew had come into money from a lawsuit. When Edward pressed, she admitted she never liked me because I was not ambitious enough. Funny, considering I just cleared a 6-figure salary as a systems analyst. Meanwhile, Lisa and Andrew made their arrangement official, or as official as 2 people living above a hardware store can. Social media painted them as inseparable, but the truth leaked out quickly. Andrew did not propose. He told her after 2 divorces he did not believe in marriage anymore. Screenshots of his dating app profile circulated within weeks. Lisa kept posting couple selfies pretending not to notice. Andrew's own family turned their backs. His sister Natalie sent me a message. "You dodged a bullet. Mom is furious that he lied about her health just to manipulate Lisa. They have cut him off." I let her know I appreciated the clarity. On my end, things moved upward. My manager called me into his office 2 months later. You have been focused and sharp lately. No distractions. We are moving you into a lead role. Promotion raised new responsibilities, all because I cut dead weight before it ruined me. Outside of work, I started spending more time with Priya from my running group. It began with a coffee after a Saturday jog, then dinners, then climbing sessions at the gym. She knew the whole story by then. One night she laughed and said, "If my fiancé ever tried that closure stunt, I would have packed his bags for him." I smiled. That is the difference. You do not need closure when you know what you want. Looking back, it started with a single text. The wedding is still on, but I am spending the last few nights before with my ex for closure. That message ended one future and gave me the space to choose a better one. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Wishing you all the best. Stay healthy and take care.